Well, Mr. Jegwekwe, I want you to react to that. I mean, this is quite surprising. This local government, local council development area we're talking about, Ikoyo Balindi, we do not have official results from last year yet, but we've seen some media houses here in Lagos declaring that local council development area now for your party, the Action Congress of Nigeria. And of course, that is the PDP candidate there, by the way, is Ibrahim Obanikoro, the son, of course, of Ambassador Obanikoro, and your party is right in the spotlight there.
Yes, I'm not surprised from what I'm seeing here now, because, like I said before, Obanikoro, the father of the boy gunning for the chairmanship of
Ikoyo Balindi,
came in from Ghana yesterday. He was driving a tinted vehicle with diplomatic number, trying to incite people. He was sighted in several areas along that corridor, trying to incite people. And I'm sure whatever you're seeing here is a manifestation of what he did yesterday. And he continued till this morning. I mean, we're in the age of ideas. Violence can never win a debate.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not being.
They don't have the man that was talking peaceful. Was not even articulate enough to. I didn't pick anything from what he was saying. It's a talk. I don't take that kind of people serious. You see, you wait for last year to announce the result. Because the lay siege on that particular, you can't take this thing by force.
Because they also said that deliberately your party made sure, voting materials did not arrive at local government.
That's what they will say. That's what they say. It's the stock in trade of PDP. We're not, that thing they're saying is not in our lexicon. We don't believe in such things. But they plan these things. That's what they want to do. But whether they will be successful is what I don't know.
Let us look at Shomolu, for instance. Shomolu is another local government area where your party has been criticized. We've seen protests there today by PDP members and, allegation too that the election there may have been rigged against the PDP in favor of your party.
Let me just tell you something. Lagosians are not happy with PDP. They can make all the noise in the world, but Lagosians are not happy with them. Because for 10 years, they denied us the right to have the additional 37 LCDs recognized.
How would you react if I also if I told you that some Lagosians too are not happy with the performance of your chairman in office?
Well, people are entitled to their view.
At the local government level, that some.
If they blame us, we blame the federal government for keeping 52% of the federal allocations and then giving the states and local government peanuts. They don't have the capacity to handle any major road. They can't do that with the money that's available to them. That's what I found out. I had to ask the governor. I had cause to ask the governor. I said, what is? He said, these people don't have, after paying the primary school teachers and pay the local government workers, they don't have any other money to do anything.
So in that case, there's no need to have local government administration.
No, if they cannot fund them, then there's no need having 7 local governments when you can't fund them. Because you need to fund them. Why is the federal government keeping 52% of the entire revenue? That is the problem. It's not only in Lagos, throughout the federation.
Do you think your party, because that allegation is also there, do you think your party, which of course controls the state, has given last year a free hand to operate? Of course, last year will come out and say, look, we've been given a free hand to operate. But in actual sense, you would say, well, you take a look at it. No. Your party is accusing the federal government of controlling INEC, so it would not be out of place if your party was accused of controlling last.
They are at liberty to do that, but I continue to remind you that this is Lagos, and this is the center of both print and electronic media. There are certain things you cannot do here, Deji. There are certain things you cannot just manipulate here. It's difficult, and the governor said it yesterday when he went to vote. He said, "Look, if anybody messes up this election, you face the law." He was just talking to everybody, whether you're PDP members or AC members. If any of our party members is found wanting, then he will face the law. We don't want to win at all costs, even though we know there are no contestants, We don't have people competing with us.
What results have you been getting so far?
Well, I don't want to talk about the results that are coming in from returning officers. I'm waiting for last year. You see, returning officers have the right to announce the results, you know.
But don't tell me your party is expecting a clean sweep.
If we get it, it won't be a surprise to me. I will be surprised if
you would not be surprised if your party won all 57?
Yes, because go back to history. We were fighting with PDP Lagos for 10 good years. Remember that LGA funds for Lagos was.
You're not bothered at all that if you were to win 57, people would
Lagosians will punish them enough. I told them when they miss.
People would not believe that an election that will give you 57, that election would not have been transparent.
Remove 37 because they can't win anywhere in the LCDS. Remove it. They fought against LCDS, creation of LCDS. Why do they have to change their mind? Why?
Well, Ikoyo Balinde is an LCDA.
It's an LCDA.
And you're telling me they can't win there?
No, Lagosians will still punishing them. I told them in 2008 that it will take them 30 good years to come back to Lagos politics because they missed local government elections on 3 consecutive times. That is enough to wipe you away from the grassroots. So they are just what they're saying here is just a figment of their own imagination. They're just making noise.
Right.
And noise can never win anybody any debate.
All right, we just wait for last year to come out with the results, but you know that you won't be surprised if you won all 57.
No, I won't be surprised.
Still doing our own mini post-mortem now on the local government elections, which of course ended yesterday. We're still waiting results now. Lagos local government elections, I should say. We're still waiting for the results to be released by the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission. We do not have any official result yet, even though we've seen some media houses declaring results. Now being joined on the program by Chief Godwin Wazirike, who is a lawyer and also political analyst. Let me start by asking you, you saw the process yesterday. Give me your impression.
Well, I know that the actual election was slightly different from federal one. Lagos own, you stroll in, you register, or you do accreditation and you vote, and then you move away. I know I started a little bit
You don't find that process very curious because some people actually raised issues, over that. So the PDP, for instance, was not too happy that process was adopted.
I've always been an apostle of making election easy for me. I don't have to go and queue, go home, and come back and queue again. It's a one process. Yesterday I strolled in. Within 5 minutes, I was out.
And you're not bothered at all when people say, well, that process gives room for multiple voting, because if you stroll into a polling unit, you vote, you could go back home, remove the indelible ink, and then go to another polling unit.
I still have my own ink. It's not washed off.
Well,
up till now.
Maybe because you didn't make any attempt.
Because I don't know how they do it, but I will tell you something. The rigging where it's on print is called analog. Politicians are smarter than that. They go for digital rigging. Well, others are queuing up. They can rig anywhere else.
Are you surprised at the level of complaints we've seen, over this election now? The PDP laying siege, for instance, at Ikoyo Balinde local council development area up to this moment as we speak. We've seen protests in some other local government areas as well, where the PDP and some other opposition political parties are crying foul over the process.
Well, I think PDP in Lagos, if they are protesting, they should blame themselves. For this very election, PDP was not there. They never campaigned. The poster war you see all over. How many from PDP did you see? Just very few. I don't think PDP is ready to take Lagos at any level. Whether it's local government, whether it's state, whether it's federal, no. PDP is simply not there.
Is it a question of the PDP not campaigning, or the current local government chairman you have not having performed, and so it doesn't matter whether or not you campaign? The fact is that some people would want to see some kind of change at the local government level.
Well, let me just give you a general overview. People are not happy with the local governments, beginning with Lagos, which is center of excellence, because they have someone like Fashola who does the job of the federal government in Lagos, does the job of the state, and also does the job of the local governments. That's what people are complaining. It's like the only way you know there is a local government is when they bring one paper or the other,
so
asking you to pay.
Why would the governor be doing the job of a local government?
Well, I think he has to fill a vacuum, but then must also know where the problem is from. It's from the Constitution, which was made under General Abdul Salami Abubakar. That Constitution really made the local government an appendage
of the
state. In a simple language, the local government exists at the pleasure of the governor. And as long as that is that, people have a party for it. But I know that in Lagos, people are anxious to see local governments perform. The general complaint is that...
In other words, what you're saying is that if the ACN got some kind of support or massive support in the local government election, it's not just because of the performance of the local government chairman, because they did not perform. It was just, people who were voting were actually looking at the performance of the state governor.
Yes, in some places I know there is actual anger against one or two returning chairmen.
That's for sure. I saw that.
But then, like Surulere, local government, I know a new man is coming in, and people have been comparing him with the former person, who I understand is facing one problem or the other. So in that case, in Surulere, they are looking forward to a bright young man coming